What's up, guys? This is Tyssassin, and welcome back to another episode. It's episode 36, and last time we finished the design here in our cocoa bean and cactus farm, and yeah, I really like it. Quite the reveal when you walk in here. It's pretty good. And I've done a little bit of work in here off camera, just fixing a couple things up. First of all, there's now a hole at the bottom of our cactus farm. If you were watching last episode, you might have noticed that we weren't collecting our cactus, which we're doing now. And there's a little chest in here. I actually had some cactus on hand before the farm, so yeah, it's not performing that well. It's working just fine though. And there's another button in here just to let us into a little back room area here. We've got the item elevator that's bringing the cactus up and into a hopper and into this little chest chain here, and we can store six double chests. That's more than enough cactus for me. So yeah, that little hole there is actually not a hole. It's filled with glass, and it goes all the way up there. And then of course there's the backup cactus in case this thing fills up. There's no real stopping a cactus farm, so this is yeah, prevention. We also have a little smelter deal over here, and yeah, a little hidden room here to store that stuff away. So today we've got some plans to go back to the Villager Island. I know we've been doing a lot of stuff around the base, new levels and base rooms and all that kind of stuff, but we're going to head back to Villager Island and do some stuff there. And got a couple things I want to show you before we get there. First of all, we're going to knock out the challenge right at the beginning of the episode. So if you haven't been paying much attention, pay more attention. But at the end of every episode, I've been covering what these 3 white shulker boxes, there were 2 before, are. And basically, we are collecting a stack of every item in the game as a challenge that was given to me by a viewer. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and knock this out because we're going to leave the area here and not come back to the base anytime soon. So here are the items that we've collected today. You can see them in here. It's basically the spruce items, the dark oak items, the jungle items, ladders, bowls, and sticks. And yeah, it took a little bit of crafting to get all that together. And unfortunately, the wood chests are not looking as stocked as they were. This actually looks okay. I didn't actually really use those supplies, but did go through quite a bit of wood. So we are now 3 full shulker boxes of stacks of items into this challenge. So yeah, a lot of stuff. And in this chest, we have some other stuff, some stuff that we're going to bring with us today. We've got some rotten flesh, some pumpkins, and some melons, and some random shulker boxes I took out of my ender chest so that I could fit all of them. Our melon and pumpkin supply is still looking pretty good. Pumpkins start in this section, and they go all the way to over here. And I think we still have 10, 13, yeah, and then all these chests at the very end here are filled with full melons all the way to here, so there's 6 and a bit, oops, and I think quite a bit of melons maybe over here still. Yeah, not bad. Unfortunately, if you're not aware, the melon and pumpkin farm is scarred, and continues to get scarred because that's a slime chunk, and I should have never built a melon and pumpkin farm this far into the earth in a slime chunk. I wanted to do something really quickly. The mob farm has been running, and I've always been interested to see. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, wanted to see what does this look like when you have night vision. Probably would be a good idea for me to sleep really quickly. Unfortunately, the base is not perfectly lit up on the outside of it. The area surrounding our base is not perfect, but this has always been hard to see. So I thought I might. I was just like standing here earlier, standing right here, thinking, what does this look like with night vision on? So there's a little spider action. There they go. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Well, anyways, let's roll out. I got a little bit of stuff to show you in the nether as well, so let's head on our way. I want to ask you all an interesting question. I just began carrying a bow, and it's not something that I usually carry, solely because of the fact that it takes up an inventory slot. But during a stream, I got told I should absolutely carry a bow, and yeah, the thing is, like, this isn't a big deal, but like having a hotbar slot taken up is a big deal. So I want to hear your opinion. Should I be carrying a bow? You'll notice I'm not carrying a sword because, inventory. Thank you. So yeah, what's your opinion about that? Do you carry a bow? And I'd also like to hear, should I be carrying a mending bow or an infinity bow? Haha. So really quickly, we're going to run up and utilize the zombie pigman farm for some XP because my elytra are dying. But I did want to show you really quickly that I've been making some progress. I spent quite a while grinding away at this nether tunnel over here. This goes to our villager island, and it's quite long. It's probably in the range of 1,500, 2,000 blocks. And I've added a little bit more to it, a little jump, head thing up here. And I've given it a wall all the way down to the island. So progress is being made. We're going to be working at some point in the near future on nether tunnels as well. So, and we're going to also hopefully not have stuff like this happen. Currently, this isn't the perfect situation because we have, we have access for gas to shoot us. So, less than ideal. And then things like this happen, but, no biggie. Anyways, let me mend myself up, and then we're going to go and start some projects over, on the island. That makes all the difference. That ice road is really great. So I've already moved all of our stuff over here. I took a couple trips just so that I could fill the ender chest back up as well. And yeah, we're over here on the villager island. If you don't know, the villager island is where we are going to be doing villager trading, and we've already done a whole mycelium conversion to grass. We've built the farms, and we've started the breeder, and the first thing that we need to do is we need to hook this thing up into that thing over there. So we need to move all of the items that these amazing villagers are making for us. Hi there. And put them over here. I do have the beacons here. We've got those shooting up into the sky and providing us with a little bit of extra bounce. It doesn't look like I'm getting that bounce over here. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Anyways, jump boost and haste, so that way we'll have a little bit of an easier time. I've been doing a little bit of work out here, and I'll explain to you some of the stuff that we've been doing, but first things first, we need to get some item streams in. Well, the item streams are in, and I've also worked a little bit here on the top of the farm. We're up here at the very, very top. If we head right down here, we should be able to see all of our friends doing their thing down there. These are the receiving villagers. And actually, we just saw some potatoes if you were looking closely. I needed to put a roof on this. Oh, goodness. I needed to put a roof on this, and I actually need to put some sort of thing up here. We don't want the dudes to get hit by lightning, or else they turn into witches, and that's less than ideal. So down here, under this poorly terraformed area that I need to fix, we now have some item streams. So all I need to do is remove this hopper and this chest, which is collecting some stuff. I've also been collecting some things over here. I moved some of them. Anyways, so items will shoot down this way, and they will fall down to the bottom here and go along this direction, and then make a left turn and head over to the area over there. I forgot there was a ravine right there. So let's get out of here. Oh, nailed it. And let's head over to that spot. So basically the items will go straight over this way, and right about here they'll make a left turn. They'll head over this way, and they'll run straight into this. This is going to be our item storage, but we want to actually utilize these items for our villager breeding first. So they're going to pop up right here and head along the little waterways here where all of our villagers are ready to go. They'll eventually make their way down here, and what I'd like to do is get them elevating through this and into this situation over here. So basically, once they've gone through all the villagers, none of the villagers want any of the food, then they'll get elevated up through this and along and filtered out. And I kind of set this up so that we have an exit here where we can actually shoot the items back down into maybe like lava or something like that. Maybe we'll just let them just spawn, I don't know. But we want to get them out of the system so that way they don't actually clog anything up. And yeah, that's kind of the next steps here. So I also need to go and I need to fix up the area down here. So we've got all of our villagers down here, and basically once the babies are made, they'll pop out thanks to the way these things are set up and entity cramming and pushing entities and all that. They're going to pop out, and they need to kind of fall into a water stream that will go down this way and probably head out into an area. Jump boost is great, but sometimes it's irritating. I need to have them head out into an area over here. We want them kind of out of the way, and I need to have a spot where we can go, yep, I want that villager. Nope, I don't want that villager. So yeah, I need to work on those things. So a little bit of progress to make here, and I'll bring you back in just a minute. You know, one thing that we haven't done here is actually tested this, and yeah, I haven't even done it off camera. So let's throw some stones in there, and we'll head over here. I'm very sure that we will beat those items, but assuming that everything's gonna work here, we should see some stone pop up right here and start sailing through the villagers. And I would assume it will happen anytime now. Anytime now. Oh, okay. I was starting to get a little bit worried. It appears as if some items are getting stuck there. Oh no! Oh no! Let's go ahead and take a look over here. See if, yep, everything's working the way I want it to. So those should be whizzing their way through here, and I have them set up so that they should align right next to these villagers. This one's kind of yeah, it's not the best, but then this one will again line along that one. So hopefully these villagers right here, the ones that are below me, will get plenty of food as well. I'm pretty hopeful of that, but then these should pop up here, and they should be ending up in this chest, which is perfect. So that's working. And now the only thing I need to do now is get some sort of dispensing system over here. And at some point we're going to need to, of course, hide all this, but I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do that. I want to be able to see the items, and I would like to eventually be able to see the items fall down there as well. So next step is the villager transportation system down there. And then we can kind of work on how we're going to get the villagers over to this side. And I've actually recently, I think I did this before the episode. I'm not 100% sure. At some point, I laid this out, and this isn't set in stone yet, but basically where these slime blocks are going to be the front of our villager trading hall. And yeah, we want a lot of room. So they go all the way back to these slime blocks back here. And essentially, we should have room for quite a significant number. I'm not 100% sure how many that is. We're just going to do one level, and there's just going to be basically villagers on this side and villagers on that side. And then I do want to have kind of a spot where we can keep some of our farming villagers, because those guys are a great source of emeralds, like this guy. His is decent. I think we have another one down here. It has decent trades. There's another one over here who's got pretty good potato trade. So we're going to have all these items popping out of the food farms over there. And, you know, I've got some shulker boxes here already. And basically these are going to be utilized once we build the item filters, which I need to do too. But we utilize those to actually build the item filters. But we're going to have tons of this eventually. Once this thing kind of reaches capacity, there's going to be a lot of food that goes through it and makes it into these chests. So we utilize this for trading. And then, of course, we have our melon and pumpkin farm back at the house at the base, and they're producing. Can I get over here? They're producing all these shulker boxes of melons and pumpkins, and of course we have some rotten flesh too. I just kind of wanted to get rid of that, but these melon and pumpkins are going to be huge for emeralds, so we definitely want some good farming villagers, and I want to make sure I have plenty of them. So anytime that we get a decent one, I think what we'll do is we'll send them maybe through a secondary route. We'll have like a primary route for any librarian that we want to keep, and then a secondary route that we can send things like a priest with a low rotten flesh trade if I want to keep those, and then any really good farmers will send that direction too. And that way we've got a huge source for emeralds, and we can kind of just get rid of anybody else. So I'll have to determine, you know, kind of what that looks like as far as tracks go. That's going to be another challenge that we'll need to tackle today. So yeah, let me get working on the rest of this breeder over here, and that way we can start work on the trading center today. Well, guys, we have just made the longest cut ever. It's about a week and a half or so later, and I have just made a move, which if you follow me on Twitter or in Discord or something like that, you probably are aware of. But yeah, we just moved, my wife and I just moved out of downtown and into the suburbs, and I'm pretty happy about it. We got some new acoustics going on in this room, hooked up in a new studio, and yeah, we're gonna have to play with the audio a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So my apologies for missing an episode or 3 or 2 or something like that. But I was awfully busy in the real world. I was also a little busy here in the Minecraft world because we've got ourselves some item filters over here, and yeah, those are looking good. I've also moved some items over from our villager food farms over there. So we got some beets and we got some carrots and we've got the potatoes and the breads, and that's it. Yeah, pretty good. I am, however, thinking a bit about how I want to do the top of this. So I have this hopper chain right here, and basically the items come up and they enter this hopper chain, right? And they go across and all of that good stuff. But because of the fact that I'm working off of a hopper chain and not like, for example, a water stream, in order to get items out of it, I need to put them in a dropper and spit them out. And yeah, that meant putting a clock over here, and it looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible, and I have no idea how I will cover it up. Of course, it's in lime green concrete. That probably doesn't help. But yeah, we're going to have to do something with that. So I'm thinking about doing water streams instead, because then I can just let the items fall down. So I might have to tear that whole thing down. I might have to move the item elevators, and yeah, pretty good. So during the move, which I'm sure I'll tell you all about in the next episode or so, but during the move, I had very little time to play Minecraft, but I did do a bit of grinding, and some of that involved putting a lot of items over here. So we also have, I think, yeah, a bunch of empty shulker boxes now, and I've actually restocked the shulker box chest back at the base, which is great. And I've also come together with a design for our villager trading hall, which is going to involve some of these blocks. Blue concrete, yeah, that's a part of it. I also brought some saplings just in case. But what we need to do now is we need to kind of lay out where this thing is going to go, and I've decided that we're going to be on this level. So I need to take out a bit of area. I've laid out these slime blocks based on approximately where I think this is going to go. It might be a little bit bigger, but I need to tear out all this area all the way down here. And I've already kind of laid out some of it so that I could get an idea of what that level would look like. But yeah, a lot of work to do, and that's going to be kind of the first step. And I think what we're going to do, I know I said that we're going to work on moving villagers, but I think what we're going to do instead is we are going to not use our bow to dig. I think we're going to put together this things first, or at least get the layout going, so that next episode we can have ourselves a villager trading hall. Well, after a lot of work, I have made some major adjustments to our items streams. So our items come up over there now, which is of course 2 blocks closer to me right now. And they hit some ender chests, which align them just perfectly so that they're going to be moved by water. But because of the fact that these don't take up an entire block, you can kind of see the you can kind of see the glass that's underneath there. It doesn't take up a whole block, so it aligns it enough so that it's on the edge of the hoppers, and that's going to allow our hoppers to pick them up and put them into the appropriate chests. I did also have to move all of the item filters back here up a block and add some hoppers to make that work, which yeah, that was quite the thing. I also have aligned the other side here, and there's some various items dying down there. So we can try this. If we take a few pumpkins, a few potatoes, and a few beetroots, and let's grab some carrots and some bread. We can toss these down. I've opened up the dropper down here. We can toss them in and see them do their thing. Let me get out of here. And away. So up they go, and yeah, they'll make their way around, and of course, I guess some bread didn't make it, so that's a little concerning. In fact, it looks like a few of them aren't making it. No, it's just the one bread. I think we might be good. Let's take a look. Did anything get stuck? That was the other thing that I was having some trouble with. Ender chests are kind of expensive, so I was kind of avoiding putting ender chests all the way down. And I did have some items get stuck, but it looks like all the rest of them have disappeared, and nothing but a single piece of bread, which I'm super not worried about didn't make it. So we're doing pretty good there. The other thing that we've done is we've done a little bit of work over here. So let me sleep really quickly so we can get some daylight, and I'll show you what we've been working on. Forgot where the bed was. That was a... Yeah, anyways, so let's take a look from above. I've done a little bit of terraforming around here and laid out enough space so that we can get our trading hall in here. And yeah, I definitely didn't go around and replace all the stone with dirt and grass. That's not something that I would do. That's something that a crazy person would do. But I did it anyways. And yeah, this place looks a little bit better now. And I've kind of let a little bit of room. I don't like this corner. Let up a little bit of room around here so that, you know, the corners are hopefully fairly comfy and all of that. So we're prepared to make our trading hall, but I have looked at the episode time now that I've had a chance to sit down and actually get into Premiere and do some editing, and we are, yeah, we're about there, guys. So we're gonna have to wait until next episode to put this together, but we're definitely going to build this sucker up, and I've got a nice design picked out, and I think it should be pretty sweet. I also did get a little bit of work done over here with the villager breeder, and did accidentally put some carrots and things through there, so somebody's eaten some food, but only a little bit. So I've got some water streams in here, so these guys will go into a central water stream down here and then into a pit. And yeah, I'll show you the item pickup system, the villager pickup system next time as well. So, but for now, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Again, my apologies for the late episode, but we're back in business here. I'm excited to do some recording from this new studio. There is carpet in here. That's right, carpet. Which is great because it means it echoes a little bit less, and yeah, it's pretty nice. But I hope again that you enjoyed it, and this, my friends, has been Tyssassin, and I will see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile, across town, in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.